Hello, my name's Mark Miller-Stewart and I'm the Executive Director of Beyond Borders, a Scottish-based initiative dedicated to promoting international understanding through cultural dialogue and civic exchange. Founded in 2010 by a diverse group of elder statespeople and international thinkers, Beyond Borders believes that Scotland has an important contribution to make in the field of peacemaking by using its ancient borderlands as an inspiring space for cultural innovators, social entrepreneurs, and other agents of change, so that they may meet, share experiences about new ideas as to how to handle and deal with some of the most difficult issues that face the global community. Beyond Borders achieves this by curating a series of dialogue cultural events in Edinburgh and around Scotland each year, culminating in the International Festival of Literature and Thought, held at Scotland's oldest inhabited house, Traquair House, set in the stunning and stirring ancient scenery of the much fought over Scottish borders.
The great thing is you've got 200 or 250 people listening, but you can create an atmosphere in this extraordinary place in which people feel that they're sitting around a fireside or sitting at a picnic table or something and just listening to a private conversation. And it's an opportunity you don't get in conventional media interviews. And it's to do with the spirit of this place and the spirit of the Beyond Borders phenomenon that gives you that sort of pretty much unique opportunity to put people at their ease.
I'm interested in the kind of work that goes on here, human rights, but it's not my field. You know, I'm a poet, I'm a novelist, I write memoirs. I guess I'm here as a literary author, but it's very interesting to meet some of the people here, whether they're journalists or work for the United Nations or diplomats, whatever. It's a very special atmosphere.
So Beyond Borders and the International Festival has a network of people who come not simply to the festival, but help Beyond Borders in its dialogue work throughout the year. This helps infuse both the festival and also our other work with a sense of community and also intimacy, which we hope we can take to other places around the world. We spend a lot of time trying to curate the talks so that they become interwoven with each other and cascade into each other, so that people can follow and explore different themes throughout the whole of the weekend.
There are three major threats to the stability and security, in my view, of Europe. One is the relationship with Russia and our whole problem in the eastern flank. The second is the issue of migration, which is, extremely vividly portrayed at the moment. And the third, I think, is our approach to political Islam and the conflicts in the Middle East. And in each of those cases, it's interesting that in each of those cases, there are specific problems to address. But behind each one of them is a challenge to our values. So I think that Beyond Borders, for us, is a perfect partner. The fact that it's in Scotland makes it even more interesting and more valuable. Scotland's potential role in the world of mediation is enormous. And that'll be a great journey to go on together.
It's about ideas and dialogue. And the thing is, it's not even about talking, it's about listening.
But I do worry, and I say this not just as an Indian, but as a UN lifer. I spent 29 years at the UN. And to my mind, if the Security Council is not reformed, the credibility of some of its decisions will sadly go down. I have to say that the mix of people such as yourselves from my UN past, writers, intellectuals who've gathered here, are both a reminder of some of the urgent issues that frankly justify for me why I am in public life in the first place. But secondly, help create a new network of relationships.
It's like joining a rather wonderful party regularly, but not one where you just gossip about people you've seen and about who's doing what. You're talking about serious matters, interesting matters. There are knowledgeable people full of stuff that you don't know, and you listen and you think, that's one really. And I love that.
How do you unpack that later? 6 months down the line when you're out of country, or that night when you go home and get drunk in the European hotel? How do you unpack it?
A very small dry sherry. What do you think we are?
Speak for yourself, Kate.
Our experience in the Scottish Borders has taught us that when human beings are allowed to meet in an unthreatening environment with a unique history of its own, and in a spirit of peace, enlightened curiosity and cooperation, then magical things can and do happen to the way people think and act. In short, international dialogue allows independent communities of thinkers to come together in order to find new solutions to common problems and misunderstandings.
What really strikes me is that this world is so diverse, and we usually tend to treat our problems as something very unique. But in the end of the day, people are struggling for basically the same things. And this is, I think it's really astonishing when you think that the challenges are the same, the problems are the same. The solutions quite often are very similar. So I think that's another reason why such festivals as this are so important.
Borderlands are important places as they are where different cultures and civilizations, both past and present, meet, collide and confront with each other. But they are also where different cultures reconcile, combine and learn to practically cooperate. The existence and potential utility of these spaces as platforms for wider international dialogue has great relevance for conflict resolution and the search for peace and understanding. The need of human beings to physically come face to face with each other in order to settle differences and think through solutions to common threats is as old as human history itself.
So this Women's Peace Fellowship programme is all about helping to achieve that aim. As Mark has just indicated, it aims to equip 8 women leaders from conflict-affected regions with the knowledge and skills that are necessary to participate fully in future peace processes. And that's why I'm hugely proud to be backing this initiative today and to add Scotland's voice in saying a very loud yes to peace.
It's my observation that very often the groups that can't talk together on their home turf find it much easier to talk to one another and also to establish better relationships and understanding on third ground, such as Scotland, such as somewhere like here at Traquair.
I think it's very easy to succumb to despair. I think it's always easy because you can think of so many reasons why it's all hopeless and so on. It's more difficult to look for things that give you hope and to continue to strive to make things better and the world a better place.
The kind of work that the team are involved in conflict resolution and peace building, post-conflict development around the world is absolutely critical and is exactly on the mark for what's needed in the world today.
Beyond Borders' efforts to highlight subjects like this is one of the things that makes this event such an extraordinary one. But the impact and the contribution that Beyond Borders as an organisation makes to these subjects and to the advancement of the kind of things we're talking about here is hugely important. And I just want to take that opportunity to congratulate Mark and colleagues on that.
This place, this border beyond borders, seems to me to summarize everything that we writers strive for. That's the reason why I keep coming back.
You're surrounded by people from all walks of life, but who have something in common.
Yeah.
And they bring with them from all the four corners of the earth their own wisdom.
Yeah.
And their own experience, and their own ideas, and their own curiosity.
People obviously feel that there's a value. People in the community, people in the area outside of Traquair keep on coming back, and it almost forms a community. So I think that's very powerful.
I think Beyond Borders is a remarkable achievement by all of the people involved in it. Mark, obviously, but all of you who have created this festival. But it's more than a festival, it's an idea.
I think it's a great intellectual feast for the mind.
Could I come back, please?